Giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASH, the honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to the one that's out there pushing in sincerity and in truth and in sound doctrine. This is going to be a really quick video on, I occasionally, do these videos on the mark of the beast and what it is, because, this is like one of the biggest debates out there for whatever reason, when it's plain as day as to what it is, right? So uh, I'm not going to be very long on this video because, like I said, I do this, we do this, okay, go over this almost all the time. I may do a video on it here and there, like I said, throughout, right? So the one thing that I always say before you even get to Revelation 13 and 16, you have to read up, right? I'll always say that, because a lot of people that say, that try to say what the mark of the beast is, and is this and is that and is everything but what it actually is. Well, if you ask those same people, what is Revelation 13 and 1 through 13 talking about, right? Can you break down Revelation 13 and 2? What is the leopard, right? What is the daily wound being healed? What is that? Because through here you have to go to other scriptures, right, to come back to the understanding of Revelation 13. Because throughout the Bible, right, throughout the Bible, uh it talks about what the leopard is, it talks about what the bear is, it talks about what the lion is, and the dragon, all throughout the Bible, especially the New Testament, but even the Old Testament, like Daniel, the book of Daniel is real good for that, right? But a lot of you don't even know the breakdown of Daniel. So without these breakdowns, you're not going to have a full understanding, right? Of this is why the scripture says precept here a little, there a little, precept must be upon precept, precept must be upon precept, right? If you don't have the breakdowns, right? If you don't have the correct breakdowns of these scriptures, and you're not going to other scriptures to link these scriptures together, you're not going to get the full understanding. So a lot of these people that have the problem with us saying the mark of the beast is an actual device and it's going to be a physical thing, right? Uh, you if you ask them, right, about, well, what about the verses above? There's a reason why it's all the way down to 16, because you have to get the breakdown of what this is talking about first, and then that's where you go to Revelation 13 and 16. We can do that because we understand the breakdowns, right? Then it's up now. So now that you have the understanding, it's up to you to go further into research, man, as to how do it. And it's plenty of videos on this, man, right? It's plenty of videos on this all over the internet. It's just that Jake is highly allergic, all right, to studying, to reading, right? So, and another thing you must understand too is that this mark of the beast is nothing new, all right? It's, let me say, the concept of it is not new, all right? This device that they're implanting, yeah, that's technology. But back in the days of Ptolemy, they did it as well. It was branding, all right? And if you didn't have the branding, they used a symbol. If you didn't have the branding, right, then you were pretty much an outcast to society. I heard a woman sit up there and say, "Yeah, well, it's this, that, and that, and the other, and they did it before," and the way she was saying it was off, right? Because again, you don't do your research, all right? What I hear is people getting the image of the beast and the actual mark of the beast confused, completely confused, right? So if worshiping another god is the mark of the beast, then what the hell is the image of the beast? I'm not understanding, man. All right. So anyway, right, because in Revelation 14, right, and even I believe here, yeah, in Revelation 14, it says if you worship the image, the mark, and his image. So you're getting these two mixed up together. All right. So anyway, this is the book of Revelation 13 to 16. And like I said, we're going to go into definitions. All right. Once again, and it's not going to take that long, right? So we're starting at about 5 minutes, because I just had to get that explanation out of the way. So Revelation 13 and 16, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So if you're worshiping other gods, right, that means none of us will be able to buy or sell, right? If you're sleeping with a white woman, which most Jake do anyway, right? Because you got people out there that see sleeping with a white woman is the mark of the beast. Okay, well, where's this buying and selling part coming from? Because if you're sleeping with a white woman, apparently you're still able to wake up in the morning, go to the store, buy and sell, and do whatever you want to do. So what's going on here? All right. So anyway, let's go into some definitions. This again something you people don't like doing. In fact, we get mocked for it sometimes. About you go through all these Bible gymnastics and stuff like that. You have to, all right, because you have this thing called English, where one word means one word is spelled the same and has totally different meanings. There are three or maybe four different definitions. There are about three different definitions of the word mark in the Bible. The word world in John 3:16 has so many different definitions, right? So even a word as simple as punish has I think 8 different definitions, and you wouldn't think so. Like you just think punishment. Well, it's just one simple. And it's 8 different definitions for what, right? So anyway, a stamp. And so we're going to charagma, all right? Charagma, which this is Greek, charagma, right? And you're going into um, a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead, right, or the right hand, as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist, right? Again, because it says the mark branded upon horses, right? Because remember what I said back in the days of Ptolemy, and I think even before, they've done this before, even in Babylonian, they've done this before, all right? They used a symbol, they used their symbols as a registration. If you didn't have it, you would pretty much be you wouldn't have the same benefits as the people that have the mark, pretty much. So this is where it goes into imprinted, stamped, okay? A thing carved, sculpture, graven work of idolatrous images. And by the way, man, the mark of the beast is already here. It's just not mandated. That's all. I mean, it's already here. It's nothing that we're making up, because it's here already, right? So let's go on to Karax, and now pay attention to how that's spelled, right? Karax, especially the transliteration part, Karax, right? It says a pale or stake, a palisade, right? So there we go, right? Plain and simple, right? That was easy. That was easy. Or Carasso, it says root word for Carasso. Oh, that's interesting. Grapho, all right? To write, so we get grafting, like grapho, right? So write with reference to form letters, right? So we get that. So it's always coming from something physical, right? That's pretty much what it's saying here. All right. So from carasso, to sharpen a point, akin to, right? So I'll go through the idea of scratching. Okay, right. So again, something physical, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to go into the John Wycliffe of 1382 now. A little hard to read, right? Because it's very super old English, right? Just that little bit in the Blue Letter Bible didn't take long. I mean, we started literally at 5 minutes. It didn't take long, and it's just because the explanation is going to take you less, man. I mean, this is easy, man, right? But it is a mystery. So let me say, not it's easy, but it's also a mystery, right? The word of the Lord is a mystery. It's not meant for an abundance of people to get. All right. So whether you hear or whether you forbear, you're going to know. Either way. Revelation 13 to 16. Right. And this is in the John Wycliffe Bible 1382. I highlighted it so you know where we at. It says, and he shall make all, small and great, rich and poor, free men and bondmen, meaning, so this is going into all. Doesn't matter who you are. You could be homeless, or you could have a big ass mansion, right? You could be, you could be free, or you could be in prison. It doesn't matter. Everybody's going to get it. Other nations, right? This is going to be a one world thing, right? male, female, and whatever other gender is out there. They don't care. You're all going to get it. Okay? You're all going to get it. Okay? It says to have a character. Now, remember how that Karax was spelled, right? Remember how that Karax was? In fact, we can go back to it. Remember this? Karax, how that was spelled, is almost spelled as character. All right? So, let me re-highlight it. Salakia. Highlight it. There we go. In their right hand, right, or right as you see here, it says, it's spelled differently, but usually right hand or either in their foreheads, right? That no man may buy, right? Either, right? Either sell. But it's pretty much said, but it says, but they have the character, right? Either the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so we're gonna get that word character real quick. Super easy, man. I mean, the Lord gave us, Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI gave us he gave us technology. Right, it's not going to pop up if I spell it like that. So let's spell it normally, because it's going to pop up. There we go. See this? Do you see this? It's a character. Do you see this? Mind you, Bible of 1382, mid 14th century. Right. So same time. Right. Symbol, mark, or branded on the body. Do you see that? That's what we're talking about. Symbol or drawing used in sorcery. So yes, it's still going to be used in sorcery. Yeah, remember, everything's spiritual. Everything that's pretty much physical is turned to spiritual, right? So symbol or mark used in sorcery. It says engraved, right? Engraved, mark, symbol or imprint on the soul, right? Instrument for marking. And to engrave, karax. That's literally what we just saw. Karax, right? Do you see how easy that was? That did not take any time at all, man. Right? So that's the breakdown. Again, we don't really care whether you don't get it, man. I mean, it is what it is. You still got these people out here saying it's this and it's that, it's this and it's that, and we're going into definitions. We're going into extra definitions within definitions. We're going to root words. We're going into old Bibles that we can barely even read to show you, right? To show you that that's what this is, and you still don't get it. You still don't get it. So it is what it is, man. Right? To those that get it, it's for you. To those that don't, Matthew 13:9 says what? Is to those who is given and to those that is not given. It is what it is, man. We ain't gonna well, Matthew 13 and on down is after 9, like 11ish or something like that, right? We ain't gonna fight tooth and nail with you, man. It is what it is. Whether you get it, whether you don't, it is what it is, man. So anyway, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM Shalom.